Good morning, this is Jack from Charting the Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Tuesday, the 30th of June. My disclaimer, I did this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing and learn from, transfer trend charts, and I'm not here to issue trading signals. This is a video for paying subscribers at chartingthemarkets.substack.com. It's published on YouTube after a delay of 24 hours. Right, there is one thing to mention today. Today is, of course, the last day of the month. The stats are neutral, but I am reading that because of end of quarter rebalancing, that pension funds must offload $30 billion in equities by today to meet fixed allocation rules after equities outperformed bonds. That is to sell equities and buy more bonds. So I'm not entirely certain that's correct, but I am wondering if we might hit a wave of selling here, which might see equities drop today, although they would likely come back tomorrow, because tomorrow is a very, very bullish historical day and is the start of a quite historically bullish period. We will see how that goes, but for the moment, on ES, I haven't marked it in, but we've got a weak 60-minute sell signal fixed here. They don't come a lot weaker than this, to be honest. We've also got a double bottom which is broken up here with a target in the 75.94 to 76.03 range, and I posted an IHS on SPX, which had broken up yesterday. We will see how that goes, but I'm waiting to see whether this will deliver. In terms of NQ, we've got a nice looking double bottom there that hasn't broken up yet. RTY is still hanging around near the highs. YM still hanging around near the highs. DAX, I think, is gearing up to do I'm expecting to see some all-time high retests on SPX and QQQ in the next week or two. And I am thinking, hey, Doug. I'm thinking we'd probably see a retest of the high as when we see that. ESTX. Doug, just a couple of things to mention. Obviously we've got neutral stats today. Pension funds must offload apparently $30 billion in equity US stocks by the end of today, and it's mechanical, and it's just rebalancing between stocks and bonds, and that could obviously put a bit of a damper on the market today. And also the other thing is we've got a very weak, and it is very weak, 60-minute sell signal fixed here, but we do have a weak 60-minute sell signal fixed here on ES, although we don't have one anywhere else. Looking at Nikkei, this I drew in a flag here, and it's quite a nice looking flag. I'm thinking ultimately this delivers a retest of the high probably tomorrow. We shall see how that goes. All right, let's have a look at the bigger picture charts. All right, here I've drawn in the nice looking channel here, and if we were to see enough selling today, obviously we could potentially make it down to this trend line here, but I really won't be holding my breath. In terms of the daily middle bands, we are testing it on the ES chart, and we closed very slightly above it. I think I've got that at 75.17. No, we closed slightly below it. In terms of SPX, we are getting up towards challenging the daily middle band as well, and we closed 7 points below it. Obviously, if we are going to see a retest of the highs, that needs to be broken. We shall see. I'm not really thinking that we'll probably see that today, but if we don't see it today, we'll probably see that tomorrow. In terms of the Qs, we had a bit of a rally as well, and we closed basically on the daily middle band, marginally above it, but basically on it. So that is a good step on the upside. We might see a bit of a pullback today, and then a push through it tomorrow in all probability. Now, on the hourly chart, no current divergence. On the 15-minute chart, a little bit of negative divergence on the RSI 5 there. And in terms of Dia, we never got close. We never really had a retracement here. We've got a possible weak RSI 5 sell signal brewing here, but if we go up today or tomorrow, that may well just fail and never fix. On the hourly chart, no current divergence. On the 15-minute chart, no current divergence either. Looking at IWM. Looking at the daily chart, obviously we never really saw a retracement here either. No current negative divergence. Hourly chart, no current divergence. 15-minute chart, no current divergence. Nice looking wedges here on both IWM and Dia, of course, suggesting that we might see a bit more downside. DAX, we saw a close yesterday slightly below the daily middle band, so again we haven't broken over that either. Nikkei has gone back and tested the daily middle band as support, and my feeling is that's probably going to hold. All right, let's have a look at the DX chart. Okay, looking at DX, DX we've got what looks like a little bull flag. Next obvious target would be a retest of this high here and then likely continuation higher. We haven't got an awful lot to see on the other currencies. Looks like a bear flag on USD, possible bottoming action on GBP. USD JPY finally did make it to my 162 target, so that is a significant piece of unfinished business knocked off. We don't have to stop there and reverse. We could well go higher, but for the moment we've got a possible 60-minute sell signal brewing. Australian USD CAD pretty close to the highs. Australian dollar, I would note that we made the head and shoulder target, and NZ we made the double top target. We've got short-term bottoming action potentially on both. All right, looking at bonds. We've got 60-minute sell signal reaching the possible near miss target now, and we've got this little head and shoulders, which was never particularly pretty and definitely didn't get more pretty yesterday. But this is actually testing support and thinking about breaking down. In terms of ZN, the 60-minute sell signal has reached the possible near miss target there too. CL, we've been rallying a little here, and actually that's delivered something that the stronger rallies when we had hourly buy signals did not deliver, and it's delivered the correction in the daily RSIs. We've now reached a stage where we've got back to the 30 level, and if we were to retest the lows from here, then we would get some nice looking daily buy signals. This is something I was looking for on the last two rallies. We didn't get those because they were both reasonably strong, but didn't last till the end of the day. This lasted till the end of the day. So we've now got, if we see a retest of the lows from here, we can set up some nice buy signals. In terms of the hourly charts, no current divergence worth the mention. Heating oil, well, actually, let's have a look at Brent first. Brent, we've also reset, so we can set up nice potential buy signals on retest of the low here too. Nothing to see on the hourly chart. On heating oil, we aren't really in the same stage as the others. I'm wondering about a potential inverted head and shoulders here, possibly. We will see how that goes, but if that's the case, then that's probably the best read would probably be that it broken up and failed already, suggesting that we will see a retest of the low from there. In terms of gas oil, this looks like an RSI. Well, we've got an RSI 5 buy signal fixed, and we are testing the daily middle band as resistance. Shorter term, this kind of looks like a bear flag. All right, natural gas, still testing the 200 DMA area and waiting to see if we will get over that. So let's have a look at CL there, which is up in about the 71 area. But if we were to see a retest of the low from here, well, we could set up some nice divergence. I'm thinking we might do that. HO, this could be an IHS here. And would look rather better than the one on the spot chart. On RBOB, we've got a potential double bottom here. NG, we had a little buy signal that's pretty much made target already. GC, nice looking little potential double bottom, and obviously potentially bigger picture bottoming action as well. We've got positive divergence on the daily chart. Silver, this looks like a little bear flag, and I'm leaning towards seeing a retest of the low before this is done, but I'm thinking we might be reaching a serious reversal and heading back into the all-time highs on gold soon. On palladium, we've got a nice looking double bottom. On platinum, decent looking falling wedge, possible bottoming action. HG, we've got a double top which is broken down with a target in the 5.66 area. I've put a note on the futures version of that that it's much lower quality than the one on the spot price, but the spot price is a good one, so I've marked it in. All right, looking at KC. KC has gone higher. The weak 60-minute sell signal failed, continuing higher for the moment. Sugar has broken up over declining resistance. We've got a possible 60-minute sell signal brewing. Cocoa probably heading back into the highs. Weak 60-minute sell signal did not reach the possible near miss target. Lumber, this looks as though we're consolidating before we do tested the highs, but we may well need a retest this low here just above 617.5 first. We've got a 60-minute buy signal fixed. CT, I was thinking we might see a retest of the low, setting up a double bottom. Wheat, we did see that retest of the low, setting up a double bottom. Corn, we did see a retest of the low, setting up that potential double bottom. Soy hasn't done that yet, but I'm thinking it might be about to do that. ZL, little bull bear flag here, and I'm wondering about a retest of this low, possibly before a reversal back upwards. Live cattle, we dropped down a bit, but I'm still expecting to see a retest of this high here in the 251.50 area. And HE, this still looks like a bear flag, which ultimately results in a retest of the low here in about the 93.9 area. All right, great. Let's have a quick look at questions. Right, there is also Trump bonds, which must be invested by the 6th of July, significant amount. Right. So, I think, well, one thing I wanted to mention was just looking at, if you exclude today, tomorrow is bullish, Friday's a holiday, of course. Next Monday's bullish, next Thursday's bullish, next Friday's bullish. Then Monday the 13th is bullish, Tuesday the 14th is bullish, Friday the 17th is bullish. And Monday the 20th is bullish. We've got an almost 3-week period which is actually tilted significantly bullish, and it's going to be very interesting to see what happens during that period. But I certainly won't be betting on a large retracement in that period. We shall see where it goes. All right, great. In that case, I think that's a wrap. Everyone take care. I will catch you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you then. All right, cheers.